Okay guys, I don't have much time here, but I do want to talk to you guys about a few things. First off, background music, that is coming from across the street during the Portuguese festival. Yes, it is happening apparently this weekend, I guess, so fortunately I will not be here to actually do the rest of this. This is basically the first time this has happened this summer. Anyway, the point of this video is to tell you about some sad news that I have basically been dealt with. This is basically going to be episode 365 of my YouTube channel. Unless I have more stuff that needs to be taken down. In which case, then it's going to be less. No, hold on. Yep, never mind. Yeah. So, I do want to tell you guys a few things. Over the past 3 days I have been posting videos. They've just been over 15 minutes long. Basically, it's me playing hoofball, me playing games such as Unfair Platformer, I'm sorry. The Unfair Platformer, Hoofball, Story of the Blanks, and Pinkie Pie's Adventure, where she jumps around and goes. If you watch SaberSpark's video and you go to the last game before the hub game, which is basically the second to last game, that's the game I'm talking about. That's the one I'm talking about. Now, also, I did review Equestria Girls in full detail. Unfortunately, I needed to put that into 15 minutes, and I couldn't. I had to make it a 2-hour long special. So, unless the YouTube account decides to mix it up a bit and say, hey, you can do 15 minutes now, you can go more than 15 minutes now, I can't release that. But, I will give you the short version. Equestria Girls is a really great movie. It basically is a story about Twilight Sparkle going into another dimension, turning into a human, trying to find this one pony/girl, Sunset Shimmer, former student of Celestia's, and trying to get Twilight's crown back. While in that world, Spike is a dog, a talking dog in that sense, and she gets to meet 5 humans that are sort of like her 5 friends back home. It's full of action, drama, comedy, really, a lot of comedy. But it's really fun. It's a family-friendly movie, and I think it's going to really blow some people's minds of how awesome it is. I literally gave Equestria Girls a 9.3 out of 10. Now, 9.3. I just praised the movie for how great it was, so you would be thinking, why isn't it higher than a 9.3? Well, the reason it's a 9.3 is because there were some points where, there were minimal points where I was like, how does that even work? You know? You know how in, like, you're watching a movie and then the movie just basically says something and then you think, how does that even work? You know? How does that even work? There were some points where it's like, okay, they didn't really establish, so sort of some minor details sort of came up like that. It was sort of like, you know, I couldn't really tell. I don't think they ever said what actual grade they are in. Yes, they already said that the main 6, at least, were already, all except for Twilight, were already past freshman year, and the Keymark Crusaders were going to the same school. So, it's safe to say that the Keymark Crusaders are, you know, again, as we know, they're younger. They're basically freshmen in high school form. But what about the main 6? We saw 3 pictures on the wall, so that might mean that Sunset Shimmer is a senior. But Big Mac goes there, and he's older than Applejack, at least. So that would give it to be a sophomore or a junior for the rest of the main 6. It doesn't really make much sense, and of course this is really early in the fall, so we don't really know. And it doesn't really make much sense, really. But overall, it wasn't all too really noticeable. There were other moments like that. There were other moments like that, but I didn't really, you know, shut it down because of that. I didn't really just say, okay, it sucks because of that. So, overall, yeah, 9.3. Next on the list, what I wanted to talk about was a few things. So yeah, that was basically everything that basically got taken down, and I just told them to you guys. I did want to talk about Sweet Apple Acres Con 2013. Now, if you guys remember from a previous episode, I decided to do some first impressions on Fiesta Equestria and Everfree Northwest, which, by the way, I only put out parts 1 and 2 of day 1, and did the rest on video on multiple length forms. Guys, Everfree Northwest rocked days 2 and 3. They were amazing. Overall, I really, really love Everfree Northwest. It was it was fun, it was hilarious. I love Everfree Northwest I loved Everfree Northwest 2013, and I think I have to agree with Mike the Microphone on this. What are we gonna do now? What now, BronyCon? You know? So what's BronyCon gonna do now? But yeah, I did want to talk about Sweet Apple Acres Con 2013. Basically, there was apparently something... So, apparently that's not going to happen. Let me explain. Apparently, the con runners, as far as I can tell, the runners of the con had trouble with the hotel people, and they basically were like, oh, you can't... And basically, in the end... the con basically announced that they were not going to hold the con. So, yeah, and you thought it couldn't get as... Oh, yeah, and you thought it couldn't be worse than Las Pegasus. Seriously. By the way, for those who don't know what happened about Las Pegasus Unicon, for those who don't know about that, apparently there were some money issues. That's my guess of it, at least, because I have no idea. Overestimating and sort of not doing all too good. I don't know. I really don't know. But, yeah, and you thought it couldn't get worse. I think this might be the first time the con has been canceled, really. So, basically, everyone in Tennessee is still without a con, unless they can make the drive to Baltimore. Which I don't think is an all too bad of a drive. Hold on, I'm gonna... So, Baltimore to Nashville. Where's the maps? Maps. Baltimore to Nashville. Yeah, I mean, if you're willing to take an 12-hour drive, then, maximum 12-hour, minimum 10 hours and 20-minute drive. Yeah. So yeah, if you're willing to take a 10.5-hour drive from Tennessee to Maryland and Baltimore to Nashville, yeah. I guess then you can go to your first convention in a sense. You know, you're going through Knoxville and Roanoke and DC. A lot of big cities, actually. In that same sense, if you're going through, in that sense, you know, myself, I'm going through Providence, New Haven, Bridgeport, Stamford, through Yonkers, around New York, around Staten Island, around Philadelphia, and straight to Baltimore. So that's basically going to be my journey. And that's going to be about 6... And compared to you guys in Nashville, my journey is only going to take about 6 hours and 20 minutes. Maximum, though, you know, it's going to take about, like, over 7 hours if we cut through, into, you know, into Pennsylvania and through York and Lancaster. It's going to be a lot more if we cut through Worcestershire and Hartford. Well, a little less, actually. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. So that's going to be my journey there. Anyway, yeah, so unfortunately because Sweet Apple Acres Con is not happening, I will not be doing a review of it, unfortunately. But it did look really cool. Now, with that in mind, we have about 3 weeks until BronyCon 2013. 20 days, actually, because apparently they're doing something on Thursday, and I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to on Thursday. So, yeah, preemptive thing. Maybe if we're going to do a 3-day thing, then we're going to travel on Thursday down to the hotel, maybe. I don't know. But I think, yeah. So I think that's about it, I guess. Once again, guys, I think that this news to my videos is really bad. I might need to just wait it out, maybe. I don't know. But I think the whole thing with Sweet Up Lakers Con is really depressing. I don't really like it. It's not really all too fun. But yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna do, really? I mean, what else can you do? Just find another place like Knoxville, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, guys. So let me know what you guys think about this news in the comments below. But for now, I'm Solar Rays. That's the Portuguese festival across the street. And this has been another episode of My Little Blank. Actually, it's My Little Update? I don't think so. My Little Update, I guess? Whatever. I'll see you guys later.